Hi guys, it's Val. As you can tell by the title, this is my plus size Lolita video. It was suggested by Ivory Kubic. Let's talk about plus size confidence. This goes for pretty much every Lolita out there. When you have a nice coordinate and you feel that your coordinate is so beautiful, you're gonna feel beautiful and you're gonna be confident that you look amazing. And I'm sure you always do. This is a video that's going to give you some tips and tricks to help disguise, is that the right word that I want? Disguise some of your plus size-edness. But other than that, I think you're beautiful. You don't really need all of this help. But this is just going to give you some suggestions on what you can do if you don't feel confident. So these are just tips that I've learned through the years as a plus size person in a plus size family. So I hope you enjoy this video. I really enjoyed making this video for you. I did make a plus size video before. It was awful. So I deleted it because I didn't want anybody else to see it. I didn't want to watch it. I knew you wouldn't want to watch it. Let's get started with this video. I hope it turns out a lot better than my last video. Let's do this. First things first, let's talk about things to put underneath your dress. And what I like to use is a nice pair of fitness shorts. Yep. They work very nice. They fit every size. You can get them in every size. They're very nice because they come in every color that you could imagine. This is a nice soft pink. They work very nice underneath dresses, hardly noticeable if you get the short kind. But yeah, and they're just long enough so that my thighs don't rub together. Let's talk about bras. I like to, since everybody has that sort of boob loaf or a uniboob, you know, if you have boobs in Lolita, you're always going to get sort of a weird boob shape in your dress because they're not meant for large-chested girls. So what I like to do is like a secret little trick. Instead of just using a sports bra, like this one, instead of just using a sports bra, I like to put a thin, not so much padded bra underneath, like this. See how there's not a lot of padding? There's nothing. But it still keeps the shape of a boob, of your boobs. And when you put the sports bra over top, it kind of squishes them in so that it's not big, but you still have two separate boobs. Petticoats. Let's talk about petticoats. For plus size Lolitas, to me, you don't need as much poof, and sometimes girls overdo this in plus size Lolita. You do not need as much poof as you think you do. The heavier you are in the bottom area, the less petticoat you need, because you kind of create your own fluff. So oh, right. You want to make sure that your petticoat has lots of shirring or is custom made, again. And this one I got from Dear Celine off of Klaba Online. It's very tight. It kind of hugs. You want to make sure that you either get your correct size or one size higher as a plus size. Because, believe me, if you get this underneath a dress, you're going to see the bulge underneath. And I hate it. I have to hide it every time I put a dress on. But yes, so there's that. Also, with petticoats, it is really cool when you have shirred ones like these, because you can actually move the ruffles around, which is very nice. especially if you are bigger in the butt area. If you're bigger in the butt area, what you do is you take the fluff from this side and you move it to the front. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so here's the petticoat on. What I mean is, if you have bigger butt area, you take the shirring, you move it to the front as to give a good reflection of bigger, big. See what I mean? Like if you have a big butt like that and you have this in the front, it actually levels it out, and so you don't get like this big poof in the back and then a tiny little thing in the front. Same thing goes for front heavy people. If you move it to the back and to the sides, you'll get a puffier area to the side and the back than in the front, and so you won't look like this. You get this giant puff there and then this tiny little thing. No, don't settle for that. Move it around. Experiment on what looks good. Just make sure that the petticoat is not out of your dress in the bottom. You want to make sure that the dress is covering all of your petticoat, and you want to make sure that any rolls that you have are covered by a petticoat or something underneath. Another thing that you can do for any sort of rolls that you have is buy a very tight tank top or something that'll hold it all in. Next thing up is a blouse. For plus size Lolitas, it's necessary for you to have shirring. For plus size Lolitas, it's necessary that every piece of clothing that you have is shirred or custom made. You want to have at least a little bit of shirring so that it's a nice fit and it's not too tight. Okay, so for blouses, you could either go for a form-fitting blouse like this one that accents up here but not too much, and it pulls in your natural waist so that you get a nice curve, like a corset curve. This is very nice. It's flowy up top and then structured in the bottom. And for these, you want to do some sort of underneath like tank top to hold everything in. Especially for things that are see-through like these, it's very difficult to find something that'll work underneath, but I have faith in you. The other thing that you can do as a plus size Lolita is get a flowy blouse like this one, where there's no bottom and it just kind of flows. This one will work great underneath skirts where it structures right here, and you can make it flow over top of the skirt as to hide any kind of muffin area that you have. I have. But it's very nice because it's tight up here. You can either wear it on the shoulders or you can wear it as around, or if you want to tuck it in just right in the skirt, it'll actually make, I can't do it, but it'll make a square neck. And the sleeves are nice, perfect for plus size, because again, any size that you need, it'll make it. See? Nice and wide. These are perfect for plus size Lolitas. And you can even wear a JSK over top if you really want to. So on to skirts. The one skirt that I have that is, like I said, shirring is very necessary for plus size Lolitas. This skirt actually ran tight, so it actually makes a little bit of a bulge over top, but not too bad that I can't hide it with a blouse. But you want to get something that has a lot of shirring in the back and is ruffled enough that you get lots of ruffles. So even if you stretch the shirring to capacity, there's still a lot of ruffles, so you won't notice that you have stretched it. So let's talk about accessories. Okay, so one thing that a plus size Lolita has to stay away from is chokers. Alright, so if you have a bigger neck, I would recommend not wearing a choker, only because the chances of the choker actually fitting and looking good is very slim. And I've seen this happen to multiple people. Their coordinate looks amazing, and then they put a choker on and it's like, no, don't do that. You look beautiful and then you did that. No. I do it all the time. I did it in middle school. I had some sort of dance and I had this black choker and my neck was like, meh. It did not look good at all, and it just kind of played with my neck fat. Ugh, not good. What you want to do is either long flowy ones to make your neck look longer, or you want to do a short one that at least comes down to here, to the top of your dress or into the middle of it. So you don't want it to be too short that it kind of chokes you anyway. Let me show you. Okay, so for heavier necked people, for thicker necked girls, I don't know, this is a very good accessory. It comes down and it gives a nice long angle instead of being here. This is not good because it makes your neck look thicker. You want to have it so that it comes down at least a little farther than your neck. It makes your neck a little longer looking and works a lot better. It doesn't look like it's choking you. Here's the short necklace. It does not flatter at all. It makes my neck look shorter and fatter. It's not good, and it'll do the same to your neck if you have the same neck problems I do. So that I don't recommend a short necklace like this. Okay, so this is actually a short necklace, sort of short. If I want it to be, it can be really short like that. Or I recommend, if you have a necklace like this that can be short or long, put it on the middle setting. The one that's sort of in the middle. You know what I mean. So right there, it's a very delicate chain. It looks really nice. It elongates. Doesn't look like it's choking me. Instead of just being round like this, it goes and it is a little longer and oval shaped. So that is a very good accessory. It works very nice. Okay, so let's talk about wrist cuffs. I have a singular pair of wrist cuffs that I do not wear very often. The only reason I don't wear them very often is because I handmade them. And I don't know what I was doing. I guess I didn't have any elastic. So I didn't make it with elastic. I made it with pink ribbon. So let me put them on. While I'm putting these on, let's talk. For bigger, thicker arms, I recommend not doing lots of bracelets. The less bracelets, the better on thicker armed girl, and that really counts for wrist cuffs as well. Okay, so here's one wrist cuff. Here's one that I made. Yeah, for thicker armed girls, this is really gonna cut off your arm, not literally, but it's gonna make your arm really short and kind of bigger than what it really is, and that's really not good. I'd say limit yourself to maybe 2 or 3 normal regular bracelets, like maybe 2 regular bracelets, maybe 1 bulky and 1 small, or 2 bulkies. I just think that it makes your wrists look a lot smaller than the wrist cuffs does. So yeah, just experiment. Take pictures. Look at your cord, how it fits your body. Take some pictures of it. Put your accessories on. Look at your hands from out in front of yourself. Just see what it does to your arms. If you see that it makes your arms look bigger what they are, then don't wear them. If you're uncomfortable with something, then you're not going to be confident walking around, and that's not good, because I'm sure you look beautiful in everything, and you should have confidence, but if you don't feel confident about your coordinate, then it's just not going to go very well for you. Let me talk about good one pieces. Alright, so I have a couple one pieces, but I'm going to show you these two. I have one more. I have a couple. I have 3 one pieces. That's it. So here's one, and here's the other. They're both from Bodyline. Let me talk about the material that they are made in. Let me talk about this one first. Come on. Okay, so this one piece came with detachable sleeves. The fabric is very, very tight. It's not stretchy at all, which I would say is not very good for plus size Lolitas, because if the shirring in the back is not good, it's not a good dress. Really, it's not forgiving. It's not going to help you at all. It doesn't help me. This is not a very nice fitting one piece right here. That's another thing. You want to make sure that the chest of the one piece can support your boobs. This one was obviously made for very thin, non-boobed girls, because it doesn't work at all. It's very uniboob. Even if I just wear the 2 bras together, it really is not working at all. So for plus size ladies, you want to make sure that you're not getting an accidental dress like me, that I got this from EGL. You definitely don't want an accidental dress like this, where you're like, oh, that looks so cute, it has to fit, and then you're like, no, it doesn't, and then you're disappointed. Alright, so this is the good OP. I got this one as a safe bet because I knew this was gonna fit me, and as my first Lolita dress, I wanted to make sure that it fit so I wasn't discouraged. So here it is, my favorite dress, only because it's my first one, obviously, and because it's super uber cute. Let me talk about this fabric. It's stretchy. It gives at least a little bit. Even, it's not as harsh as that one, but it gives a little bit. It's a little stretchy. It's not like spandex, but it's stretchier. The whole waist is shirred, and this is very nice. It's so much shirring. It stretches to however far I want it to stretch. It gives so much. I just love it. The only thing that you might have a problem with is waist highs. With this dress, the waist highs are not very long. Let me hang that up. They're not very long. They just barely come around my waist. An easy fix to that is buying a cute pink fabric or blue fabric that matches, or even a white fabric that matches. Alright? So you do that, and then you take some lace. I'm going to use my wrist cuffs for this. You take some sort of lace and you put the fabric on, and then you put the lace on the edge here, and with that fabric attached with another lace edge on that, beautiful. Another thing that you have to look for is these lace here. Heavier plus size girls, I know I do this too. I'm afraid every time I do this, it's gonna rip something here. I like to tie it as tight as possible sometimes. And that's not good, because you're gonna rip one of these, and then what are you gonna do? You have to replace all of it, or try to find some sort of way to sew it back on. Just not a happy thing. So have someone else do it for you. Get a roommate or something. Or even look at yourself in a mirror and do it. And make sure that it's not too tight. You don't want it to hug your all of this here. It's not good either. But make sure it's a little loose, but not too loose, that it's baggy. But you just want it to be a nice fit. Alright, so that was it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I would love to hear your comments. Please put suggestions down below. I do videos. I try to do videos every week. I like to post on Mondays. I hope I can get this one in and then get another one in on Monday. I don't know how that's going to work. I have the whole weekend to myself this weekend, so hopefully I can get some stuff done. I feel really bad for just letting you guys go. I have subscribers, and I feel really bad that I don't put any videos out. So here's a video to you guys. I'm so sorry that it's really late. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you continue to watch for my videos. The next video that I'm going to be doing is help on Lolita on a budget. And I hope I can get that on Monday. If not, I will work very hard to get it done by that week. So, goodbye. Until next time.